What is the most important thing to become a millionaire?
Earlier, the better. But you must have it in you to want it. You must be ready to give money towards your dream. A high salary, a modest salary, a gig salary, variable salary, a consulting income, doesn't matter. You can turn into your advantage.
How do I control my anxiety, sir?
See the positive side of it and build on the positive side of it. As an investor, it's very, very important that you have the right guidance and mentorship. Do more, save more.
How will I fulfill my goals?
The money you invest during those times will give you better performance.
What is the secret to sustain this wealth, sir?
Wealth is created in short bursts of time after long phases of waiting.
We have our success. How do we build on it?
Going towards a particular goal, you must be fixated on that goal and you should never lose sight of it. $1 million dream come true.
Hello viewers, a very happy Independence Day to you all. Thank you for joining us today. $1 million, it sounds so liberating, doesn't it? Having $1 million is a dream for many of us. Why? Most of us. When we reach $1 million, it has its own challenges. Where do we start? On this 75th Independence Day, we have with us Mr. Shyam Sekhar, Chief Ideator and Founder, iThought, who will take us through what we need to do to reach our $1 million dream. Thank you for joining us today, sir.
Thank you.
What is the most important thing to become a millionaire?
On a very personal note, the first thing that struck me when I began investing was where I wanted to be. Then the rupee was 15 to the dollar. So $1 million was 1.5 crores. But what I had was a very small sum in relation to that number. But I was fixated on that number. The most important thing to becoming a millionaire is you must want to be one. And you must know that it takes time to be one and you must still have it in you to become one. The desire, the dream and the dedication will all come together at the right time. Earlier, the better. But you must have it in you to want it.
So let us say I wasn't early to the party, sir. Let's say I didn't start with a high salary. What are my options?
It's not really about salary. It's not about how much you earn. Because we live in the gig era. Incomes vary. But whatever you earn, you must be ready to give money towards your dream. You must act consistently and concertedly towards the dream. Whatever be the source of your income, a high salary, a modest salary, a gig salary, variable salary, a consulting income, doesn't matter. But out of what you earn, you must dedicate a sum which is significant towards your dream. Only then you're moving towards your dream.
If I am late to the party, again, let us say I want to jump a few hoops. I want to jump a few milestones faster than the rest. What do I do?
Let's say you start in your mid-30s, which I think is a little late. You got to understand that you will still take the same time, but there's something in your favor. That is, you have significantly higher income than a 20-year-old. You have a significantly higher savings potential than a 20-year-old. That should be used to the hilt. So you must ensure that you save more in absolute terms than somebody who is 20. So a late starter still has the opportunity to make good the lost time by doing more and doing it concertedly with the clear knowledge that he needs it if he has to reach his goal in reasonable time. So, while being late is not a good thing, that still has something positive that you can turn into your advantage.
Okay. When you say I have to do more if I am late, it comes with a certain level of anxiety. It comes with a certain level of FOMO, a fear of missing out. How do I control my anxiety, sir?
The anxiety comes from what you fail to do. The only way you can control it is by doing what you need to do and doing more of it. And the second thing is, being anxious is not going to achieve much for you. What you need to do is to deal with it, and you need to act, and you need to do more on the investment side. So, you have better income, you have a potential to save more, and you have a better opportunity to invest than somebody who starts young. So, see the positive side of it and build on the positive side of it. Don't waste a moment being anxious.
See, to err is human. Every one of us makes mistakes. If I make mistakes, what do I do? Where would I go from there when I make a mistake?
Whether you are somebody starting early or starting late, remember that this is a journey which is very critical to the quality of life that you are going to have later. What I did was I had the right advice and mentorship right from day one. From the day I began, I was always guided on the right path. That eliminated the scope for mistakes. So, as an investor, it's very, very important that you have the right guidance and mentorship. This is not an adventure sport where you venture out all by yourself, make lot of mistakes and then learn, because when you make mistakes, you lose valuable time and you lose your valuable income to bad decisions. That is something that you must avoid, and the only way you can do it is with the right mentorship and the right advice.
I'm going back to one of my earlier questions. If I want to shorten my timeline, what do I do?
It's a very simple answer. Do more. Save more, which means you delay gratification, lead a simpler lifestyle for a period of time, or just live a decent lifestyle without lavishing on yourself, and whatever money you can save, put it into investments and make those investments work better for you. When you do more, what happens is that you are able to shorten the span of investment towards financial freedom and towards achieving your $1 million dream. Also, do more when asset prices are in your favor. When there is fear all around in the investment market, be greedy and ensure that those extra savings go into the right places when there is fear all around us. So, do more, be greedy and act decisively when others are fearful.
My next question would be on goals. How will I fulfill my goals while also keeping a check on my wealth? These are two different things that need specific focus. How do I balance?
It's very simple. Whatever responsibility related goals are there, educating a child, taking care of parents, providing for your health, having your holidays, all those things must be dealt with separately, and your wealth goal must be dealt with separately. The money is dedicated to these two channels must never get mixed up. What I have noticed is people take money which they have dedicated for their wealth goal and use it up for other things. That is something that you should avoid. There should be a clear Chinese wall between goals linked to responsibilities and goals linked to wealth creation, and that Chinese wall must never be broken down.
Basically, we would need to prioritize our goals and then act according to it.
You should definitely prioritize, but what I am trying to tell you is deal with wealth creation and responsibilities separately allocate money separately to both and never mix the two monies. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I need performance on my investments for me to make money and to fulfill my goals. If I need to get high performance, there is a general misconception that I need to take high risk. How can I get high performance without taking high risks?
Showing conviction when others lack it would mean that the money you invest during those times will give you better performance. If everybody is convinced on investing, that's probably a time when investing a lot of money would give you modest or low performance. But if you are willing to invest when others lack conviction, when there is no evidence of participation by society in investing, or there is low evidence of participation, you show high participation. That high participation will later give you high performance, and that's the only way you can ensure that your performance in your investing is always high performance. From my experience, the 1 rupee that I put in 2010 did much better than 10 rupees which I put in 2018. That's the kind of difference. So, in 2010 there was no belief in investing. In 2018 everybody had high belief. The results were very different. That's the point I want to emphasize.
Got it, sir. I want to ask you on the secret on sustainability, sir. You need to sustain your wealth. You build your wealth, you build your goals, you build your wealth chest. What is the secret to sustain this wealth?
Firstly, don't let the numbers overawe you. I've seen a lot of people get excited when their portfolio goes up, and then they become very despondent when the portfolio goes down. Understand that wealth is a moving number. So, it can go up, it can go down. When it goes up, just be sure that wherever you need to move to safety, you don't miss out on that. And when things become despondent, when people become very anxious all around us, just make sure the money goes back to assets which are very attractively valued. If you follow this counter cyclical approach to dealing with success and opportunity, then sustainability of your wealth creation is bound to happen. Maybe there will be phases where you wait for a year or two where nothing happens and everything is flat. The waters of your wealth look still. But then when things start flowing, the flow will pick up speed much faster than you expect. Always, wealth is created in short bursts of time after long phases of waiting. Remember that. That is your sustainability secret.
What is the importance of building on success? We have our success. How do we build on it?
What I have noticed with most investors is, once they have reached a milestone, they immediately get distracted from their end goal. They get diverted from what they originally began investing for. I'll give you an example. When somebody makes a lot of money, they would have been investing that money towards wealth creation, but suddenly they take out that money to buy a BMW, which was never in the scheme of things. This kind of distracted behavior is something that one must always avoid. If you are going towards a particular goal, you must be fixated on that goal and you should never lose sight of it. If you are more successful, it only means that your guard must be up. You can't take that success for granted and direct that money elsewhere thinking that you would make the same money every year, because wealth creation is lumpy, and when you make that lumpy money, you got to respect it. If you fail to respect it, then it's going to go away and it's going to a place from which you can't once again redeem it. That is something that every investor must always be cautious of. You must be afraid of that and you must avert that at all costs.
Now to the final question, sir. What next? We have all our viewers waiting for your words on how we can help them reach their $1 million dream. Please.
I think the most important thing is to understand that $1 million is a long and a distant dream. So the best way to make sure that that dream comes true is to break it down and to follow a method, to get mentored and to move step by step towards our end goal. What I have been thinking is that the only thing that can help a person achieve it is the right mentorship, the right hand-holding and a continuous engagement. That is what made me achieve that goal in reasonable time and build on those goals, moving on to much bigger milestones. And that formula is something which will work for every one of us. So I intend to start from today a mentorship program for small investors to move forward on the $1 million dream. I'm calling it Milestones to Wealth, M to W in short, and I invite you to join us on this program. There is a registration form right in this video. You can fill it up and we would reach out to you and then tell you how you can participate in this program, milestone to milestone, growing every step of the way and reaching your end milestone, which is a $1 million dream come true. Thank you very much and have a great Independence Day.
Thank you, sir. That was a very liberating session. I think our viewers would have already gotten a taste of what a $1 million dream looks like. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, everyone.